Y'all heard of SewTites? It's a magnetic system for sewing and quilting and crafting in general that is so much more than just magnets. Always been a brand that I've respected since I've been in the industry for about 10 years. And as I'm re-emerging in all of my authentic self as mixed domestic, I definitely wanted to partner with this brand. I have an affiliate link if y'all wanted to check that out and purchase any of the products that I'm going to show. But I got the whole kit and caboodle of products that I thought that I would use, and I wanted to test out a lot of them before I brought them forward to you. So if this sounds super exciting, eliminating pins, glue, all the other kinds of pasting, and bringing magnets into your world, then before we get into the content, if this is your first time here, my name's Matthew of Mixed Domestic. This is an inclusive sewing and crafting space and brand. If that sounds really cool to you and you're digging the vibe in general, make sure to subscribe to my channel and then hit that bell to get notified anytime a new video pops up in the YouTube world. So for most of this video, I'm going to need to go horizontal to show you what this is all about. But wow. Have they expanded their product assortment since they started in the industry? And I'm so proud and impressed by what they've done with the brand and what they've done with this system, because it's definitely a system that started out with a couple magnets that were super strong that you could use even whenever you're sewing bags, to now having a SewTites Sew magnetic cutting system. And this is the one that I wanted to test out to see if there was actual value to having a magnetized cutting system, and wow, is there. I am so excited about growing old with this system, because I know over time that even my arms, my forearms, if I do a lot of fabric cutting, they start to get tight. So it's relieved all of that and made it so much simpler and easy. So yeah, thumbs up, and I'll show you how it all works. So let's go horizontal, and I hope you enjoy this as much as I do. So SewTites is owned by Jamie and Jessica. They're sisters and best friends, which is super awesome. I had a sister, fortunately passed away, but she and I were best friends for the 37 years on this planet that I knew her. And important to point out, they donate 5% of annual profits to FCCLA, which is an organization that teaches teens life skills, including sewing on their path to adulthood. Love that. I'll go over the magnetic cutting system. Here's some of the products that I'm going to show you. Absolutely need that. And then they even have the magnet strength for different things to show you when and where you should use it. So these are the mainstay, the smaller SewTites that you'll use on products regardless of what you're going to be sewing. This is an insert that you're going to put inside of like a planner where you can put your SewTites. It appears to be a sheet of metal. Let me take it out. Oh yeah. So it's a metal sheet that you could insert into something you're creating, like a notebook, binder, and then the SewTites will magnetize onto this. So if you needed any metal inserts, it's the Hold Tight Folio. And then this right here, as y'all know, I love English paper piecing. And the flat back stitch, wow. I generally reserve it for curves because that's where I need it, and I love whip stitching. But these, I can see how these would absolutely help, and I will demo this later on in the video to show how genius this is. Let's get into the magnetic straight pin holder. I mean, if the pin is queer, that's totally fine. Queer, gay, lesbian pins, we love all the pins. Ooh, so it's a Mondo magnet. Like, you can put it on clothing and put your pins on it. Oh my gosh, I'll absolutely use this. This is going to be great for English paper piecing as well, because I never know what to put with my pin, and I lose them in the couch. Heck, even my yarn needles, it's great. So for crochet, you could absolutely use this. It's not just limited for the needs of the sewist. And this is a sew and store hang stand, so it stands upright. I'll show you what it looks like. And so this just will go like that. Oh, this goes like that. Cool. And then it would stand at. But for now, I'm just going to leave it right here. So I am going to be looking at this just so I know what is what, and I guide you correctly. But I absolutely love that there's a light mix right here, which is the strength of the magnet. And I love that this is with Liz Elliott. Adore her, because too strong of a magnet can actually create an issue whenever you're pulling it apart for your hands. And those of us who are starting to feel limited hand movement or already have it, a light magnet is what you'd need. These are easy to pull apart. I think that this would be strong enough for most projects. I'm working on a pride quilt, so let me just see how this works. Pretend like I'm sewing these together. So line up the seams, or whatever you're working on. Put this on one side, and then the magnet on the other. Oh yeah, that's not going anywhere. The light is perfect. For fabric, just fabric on fabric? 100%. And do it in the middle. Let's see how it is on the seam. Ah, this is so fun. Yeah, cool. Cool. See how it just stays there. And then you can take it over to your sewing machine and sew and just remove them as you go. Yeah, here for this. So these are the lights. This is a variety pack of strength. So there is a SewTites light. Then the next strength is this one. It's a regular. It's a mini. So the minis have a 3 magnet strength. So yeah, it's a little bit stronger. So let's test that. Let's see. So this is 6 layers. Let me just put it on here. Layers of fabric. Is 6 too much? No. Oh my gosh. Like, let's say I don't know when I would sew 6 layers together like this, but for some bag making, yeah, ideal. See? 3 magnet. Okay. Cool. And then the dots are super strong. I didn't realize these about the dots. Oh yeah. The dots are a 4 magnet situation. So, I don't know. Let me fold this over. Is this going to do it? I might be testing the limits here. This is 12 layers. Yeah, it's actually keeping the 12 layers intact. I would need more than one dot here because it does want to like shimmy, shimmy, Cocoa Puff around, but it's keeping it in place. And then this is a machine mix. These are magnetic sewing pins. Has a regular SewTites, SewTites HD, SewTites Magnum. Okay, so the SewTites HD are the strongest. Ah! Yeah, I see why. Let me test this on the 12 layers, see what happens here. Oh, yeah. Like, it doesn't have the shimmy, shimmy Cocoa Puff, like the moving around. This gets 12 layers. So, let me test it right here. Like if I'm quilting something. This is something I'm working on. Oh, yeah. Not going anywhere. And then the Magnum is not stronger than the HDs. It's just bigger. Ow. Ah. But still great. I feel like it would be able to get the 12 layers too. Yeah, it gets them, but there is some shimmy shimmy. So definitely these aren't as strong. But for something like this, okay. Yeah. This would be great for bags. Really any kind of sewing where you need something longer. I am preparing to show the flat back. Let me introduce the SewTites magnetic mat and system. There's a dark gray and a light gray right here. I'm going to cut just a sliver of this with the ruler. So the ruler, the system comes with magnets, enough to keep on the ruler and then enough to use separately. And then these 6 go on here. Grab my rotary cutter. And then I don't have to touch the ruler. I didn't have to touch the ruler. I didn't need to put any pressure on it. As long as you're not going to move it, it's totally fine. If you do put pressure, light pressure, you don't have to like death grip it down in order to make your cuts. Also, while we're here, I'll show you the other utility without the ruler. I'm going to cut out, this is a hat pattern that I'm working on. And there are these magnets you can just put on there so it doesn't move around. Grab my rotary cutter. When you're cutting curves, you definitely do not want things to shift, and they're not shifting. But the confidence in knowing this is not going to move is a big deal. because even with pattern weights, it shifts. Ta-da! So this is amazing for so many reasons. I'm going to put these together in a fussy cut situation. Most of the time I reserve flat back for curves, but I thought it would be perfect for a fussy cut. And then I'll be able to actually see, oh my gosh, the other side. Yeah, that's amazing. And make sure that it's lined up correctly before I get to stitching. And these are the lights, the Libs Elliott lights. And then just make sure that it's really there where it needs to be a complete butterfly, human butterfly. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so let's get into the flat back stitch. Just some tools I use. A wonderful Deco Bob. This is thread conditioner using a milliner needle, thimble pad. And I always sew with a double thread. Just always have. Don't need it with wonderful Deco Bob, but I do anyway. And I took this off because even with flat back, I do start with a knot right there. So the thread's already attached. And then I put it back on the board and made sure that it was fussy cut correct. And then with the flat back stitch, you're trying to catch the lip, right? So you go and I'll do it again, move over a couple millimeters. So I'm going up, so I don't know, like a couple millimeters on top of that fold. I'll do one more, and then I can actually flip it over and show you where the stitches are. And that's super cool. And why this is amazing is that you can't see the stitches from the front at all. You can't see them. I'm exaggerating the stitches so you can see them better. In a non-training scenario, I'd be using a smaller needle and I'd get a lot closer to the fold. Those stitches can't be seen anywhere. And boom. Yeah, and even with this, it's like if you wanted to add another hexie, I don't have another hexie prepared. But like, get another hexie, put it right in there. There you go, and then you could do this one together. Oh my gosh. And the final thing is the SewTites Quik Hang, which is a magnetic quilt hanging system with super strong magnets that you put part of it on the wall and attach it, and then you can use the magnets to put quilts up and down and up and down. I don't have any finished ones to put on the wall, but as soon as I do, I will show y'all how this works in the future. But wow, what a great, easy way to change your quilts. So I hope you all are as blown away by SewTites as I am. Definitely a brand I want to support, and happy to introduce them to all of you. I'm definitely going to continue using all of these things, and I can't wait until their new products come. If any of these products were interesting to you, then definitely check out the affiliate link. I'll get a little bit of money for it, which is always good to me and my family. But more importantly, these products are worth the value of all of them. And much like I do with everything, I'm going to explore these products to see beyond their expected utility, how else I could use them in all of my sewing and crafting products. So expect to see them in my projects all over the interweb and social media. So until next time, happy sewing.